What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking some college football prize picks ahead of week 5. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We have a deal for you from the very sponsor of Prize Picks. First match deposit bonus of $100 for new users, and they are going to give you 1 free month of Stochastic. This is a phenomenal offer. You can use all of our tools to help you leverage these prize picks. We have projections all the way down to yardage, pass attempts, everything we have for college football. We also have all that for NFL. NBA is coming up soon. MLB is about to hit the postseason. All of these sports, Prize Picks has them, as well as many other niche sports. And we'll be diving into college football today. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. You must be 21 years or older. Link in the video description below. All right. Here's the board. I tell you what, week 5, these lines are getting sharper. I am only through the afternoon game, so I'm sure those of you digging into the night slate can probably find some value. But I found 4 of them I think are worth playing on the afternoon slate of games. So they're all receiving props, and those of you that love betting overs are going to like this. I think a couple are underpriced. And we'll start things off with Jatavian Sanders for Texas. This game is one of the marquee potential shootouts in the early slate of games. 61 total, 16.5 point spread in favor of Texas. This team is a 47% pass rate. They have not been in the most competitive games, but they did play Bama here. Kansas is an explosive offense, so don't be surprised if this is a little more competitive than you think. All this to say, Jatavian Sanders, my goodness, he's underpriced. Route rate at 77% this year. Target share at 19.8%. He's averaging 5.8 targets per game and 67 yards. He leads Texas in receiving right now. This prop is very underpriced, in my opinion, at 47.5 yards. We have him over 60. I put these in order. Jatavian Sanders would be the number one I take here. If you have free squares, anything like that coming up before Saturday, I would play them with this Sanders prop. Number 2 is going to be Michigan tight end Colston Loveland. This is another one I think is underpriced. The real worry with Loveland is that Michigan blows out Nebraska. This is a 16-point spread. The total is 39, so not exactly a high-scoring environment. But I would rather Nebraska play competitive enough football where Loveland needs to play the whole game versus Michigan just blowing them out and Loveland plays like 40% of the snaps. Anyway, Loveland's third on this team in targets with 16. That's a 17.4% target share. He's actually averaging 42 yards per game, and they've played some real easy teams. We're talking like Bowling Green easy. So Loveland has been living through some efficiency, but still 4 targets per game. Theoretically, this is the most competitive game they will play to date, and do you think the snap share rises? Do you think the route share rises? You'd think the targets rise for Loveland. Efficiency should still be there against the Nebraska pass defense, which has been very giving. So we'll take over here. We have him just at 40 yards, giving you pretty good value towards the over on Colston Loveland, starting Michigan tight end. I guess I should say route rate's already at 64%. That doesn't factor in blowouts. Next one. Isaac Tesla, Arkansas receiver. This is one you can take over at 39.5. I think you're just buying low on Tesla. So while the projections have gotten better, we're still dealing with small sample sizes. So one thing I do think they neglect is just on-field production. Right now, Andrew Armstrong, 63 yards per game. Isaac Tesla's at 45.5. You look at the target difference between these guys, 29 targets for Armstrong, 20 for Tesla. Tesla still has a 19.5% target share. And then you look at the route rates for these guys, 90% for Armstrong, 84% for Tesla. Should the difference in receiving between these two players be as vast as it is? In my opinion, the answer is no. Projection-wise, the answer is no. Right now, you're getting Armstrong at 61.5 receiving yards, Tesla at 39. Right now, we have Armstrong projected around 60, so actually he comes in fairly priced, but we also have Tesla around 50 yards himself. Arkansas is playing Texas A&M. This is a total at 53.5, which has fallen a little bit, and that's largely because of the Connor Wegman injury. But we still have some pretty good pace in the game. Texas A&M, they have, it's not the best secondary. 6.7 yards per attempt, but you look individually like Miami gashed this team. KJ Jefferson's been efficient, completing over 70% of his passes, over 9 yards per attempt. Tesla should be able to get it done here, and it's not a high bar to eclipse at 39.5 yards. Last one's Pat Bryant with Illinois over 33.5. I personally think this is a sneaky shootout spot. Total's 53.5, but spread's only 1 here in favor of Illinois. The pace is awesome. Illinois 26th in pace. Purdue is 35th. These defenses are suspect. Illinois basically replaced every starter in their secondary this offseason except one. These are all NFL draft picks. Purdue's going to run this pseudo air raid, about a 53% pass rate, and their offense has been awesome. Where they've struggled is on defense, where they've been hemorrhaging points. So right away, this does lend itself to some shootout qualities, and I think that benefits Pat Bryant. Right away, Isaiah Williams dominates this team in targets. Pat Bryant is second. He's only been below 5 targets once this year. He's averaging 29 yards per game, and this is arguably his best matchup on paper to date. Route rate, it's right there, 68%. Casey Washington, 70%. Isaiah Williams, 83. This is a number I make closer to 40, so there's some pretty good value to Pat Bryant towards the over at 33.5. Again, check the night slate. There'll be some pretty good value down there, but last thing you can do with PrizePicks, if you're using 5 legs, you don't have this option, but with 4, you get to decide power play where you need to get all 4 correct, but it pays out 10x. You can also decide to play the flex play if you'd like, where you can get 4 correct. It still pays out 5x, but it gives you some leeway. If 1 misses and you still get 3 correct, you get 1.5x here. But you know what? These are good props. Project is pretty good values for me. We're going to hit the power play right now and lock this in. If you want more content, college football wise, we have it at Stochastic Projections, everything you need to take advantage of this. Hit that first match deposit bonus with PrizePicks. If you have a question, you can either leave a comment or reach out to me on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. I open my DMs to the public. Take advantage of that. Otherwise, we'll be back next week for more action. Until then, good luck. We'll see you guys next time.